So we've just lost 2-1 at home to Swansea, and I can assure you that the last thing that I want to be doing is talking about that. It was garbage, absolute garbage, and it's embarrassing. Once again, it completely follows up from the humiliation of the weekend at Old Trafford. Tottenham lost points to West Ham United away from home. Leicester dropped points to West Brom last night. What other motivation does this set of players need to go out there and get a couple of points on the board to put us back in the title race? The way I see it, if I'm going to be totally reactionary, it's gone. It's gone. It has to have gone at this point, and I can't really find any way of defending Wenger after that performance. It was shocking. It was really, really shocking, and I think it will have brought a lot of fans to breaking point. The saddest thing about this is that even when we went down 2-1 with 15 minutes left, I mean, it's not beyond us to score 2 goals at that point. We can easily get 2 goals in 15 minutes when we're playing well, that is. But the fact of the matter is, none of those players looked motivated. None of them wanted to pick their heads up. And we didn't really test Fabianski at that point in the game. We didn't look like a team that were worthy of being title contenders, which is a sad reality. And you've got to remember that we're talking about the title a lot, but let's look behind us a little bit as well. United won tonight. They're 4 points behind us. I think they're level on points with City now. And then you've got West Ham United who are actually breathing down our necks as well. I mean, could get ugly. This could really get ugly. And you've got to remember that we've got a game at the Lane on Saturday, and we could get rattled there. We could get turned over by Tottenham Hotspur, which is the last thing I want to be saying. You know, I want to say that we'll be going out there and we're going to smash Spurs, but the way we're playing, we're not. We're simply not. We're more than capable of getting a win against them, but are we able to do that? I mean, there were so many things that went wrong today, so many passengers within this Arsenal team. The only 2 players that I think can leave the game with their heads held high are Francis Coquelin and Joel Campbell, which about a year and a bit ago were fringe players. Our fringe players are outperforming the players that are meant to go out there. They're on, incredible wages. They should be going out there, proving a point week in, week out, scoring goals, getting results. And players like Coquelin and Campbell are outperforming them in every sense of the word. It looked like it was going to be a bright start to this game. Joel Campbell getting the goal fairly early on in the first half. Beautiful finish. I think it was a ball in from Alexis Sanchez, who had earlier hit the post. Plays it into Joel Campbell, who took it first time on the volley. Fantastic finish for him. Must do his confidence the world of good, and in my opinion has to be starting the North London derby on Saturday. The league didn't last too long as Swansea equalised, and I think there was a foul in the build-up to the goal. I don't think that can be debated on too much. It really did look like a foul, and I think it was Mesut Ozil yet again. Irrespective of that, the ball was played into Wayne Routledge, who got in between the defence far too easily. Our defence split like the Red Sea in this instance, and he placed it past Petr Cech with a very tidy finish to level it up at 1-1. And even when we were 1-0 up, we didn't look convincing in this game. We weren't helped by Aaron Ramsey in midfield, not having a particularly good game once again, and we are evidently missing Santi Cazorla. Coquelin is really missing Cazorla. Coquelin had a superb game today, like I say, and he was missing his midfield maestro alongside him. Aaron Ramsey certainly isn't helping Francis Coquelin out in this instance, and as well as that, Alexis Sanchez had a pretty bad game again today as well, and you kind of start to wonder, is he capable of playing the North London derby on Saturday? He can't seem to string a couple of passes together. He looks very low on confidence, doesn't have the same cutting edge that he did last season. I don't know what you put it down to. I don't know what's happened to him. Is he low on confidence? He doesn't strike me as a player that relies on confidence to be at his best. It's just a case of him being out of form, like so many other players in this Arsenal team. And I hate to say, but at this moment, he is looking a bit more of a liability than an asset to this Arsenal team. I mean, he's just so bad. He's so poor at the moment, and that does go for a lot of other Arsenal players. Olivier Giroud was incredibly poor today. Theo Walcott, when he came off the bench, was anonymous. He was a passenger for the half hour that he was on the pitch. The only 2 players, like I say, that were good today were Coquelin and Campbell, which really does speak volumes. The defence, I thought, was pretty abysmal today, and we rely so heavily on our fullbacks. We have to be looking for other outlets instead of just playing it to Hector Bellerin and Nacho Monreal. Our gameplay is incredibly predictable. We are so easy to read, we are so easy to break down, we are so easy to defend against, and we're just so predictable. And I do worry going into that game on Saturday, but focusing back our attentions to what happened in the second half of today's game. We didn't go out in that second half with a lot of impetus. The only player that really seemed to be getting things going for us was Mesut Ozil, and touching on Ozil, I would not begrudge him if he wanted to leave the club in the summer. He deserves so much better. He's a player that deserves titles, and he can't really be helped by the players that are around him at the moment because they are not helping him in pursuit of the Premier League title. He is the only one that looks capable of lifting the Premier League title this season, which is a real shame because it's arguably his best season in an Arsenal shirt. You know, it summed up everything today when Ashley Williams got the second goal for Swansea. I'm just sat there in the stadium, in the clock end, not even surprised. I was not even remotely surprised when Ashley Williams put it into the back of the net. And he didn't really know whether to laugh or cry. In this instance, I did do a little chuckle because it's just laughable the way we defended this goal. Petr Cech seems to fumble it out to Ashley Williams, put it into the back of the net, and it just summed up how everything is going for us recently. Topsy-turvy, absolutely topsy-turvy. And in fact, it's just poor. Frankly, it's really, really, really poor. And it's just depressing. 2-1 at home to Swansea. They've beaten us by 2-1. It's humiliating, absolutely humiliating. And if you thought Sunday couldn't get any worse, well, this is it. This really is it. This epitomises Arsenal Football Club over the past decade. Tonight is an absolute epitome of what we are. But anyway, get your thoughts on tonight's game in the comments box below. Please do like this video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to Arsenal Fan TV, and I'll be speaking to you soon.